Bitcoin. People are actually switching to it. Now we have another big reason why they might be switching to it. This is from New York Times. Now, there was this Pakistani immigrant who was legally living in the United States. He went to dinner and show with a friend, but when he tried to pay with his credit card and then his debit card, they were both rejected. He thought it was some kind of mistake. However, it was not. When he actually got home and called, he found they had dumped him as a customer. They said they sent him in mail, but obviously it didn't come in time. And when he asked for the reason, they didn't really have a reason except to say unusual activity. Now, he had been transferring money home to Pakistan and been receiving money from there as well. And Pakistan obviously is a flag country, so if you have enough transactions to a flag country, your account then becomes suspicious, regardless if you're just delivering money home or you are delivering money to some criminal warlord. I guess they can't really tell the difference. So make sure you're not doing too many transfers outside of the country and to suspicious places if you don't want your account flagged. Thankfully, I stopped doing my international transactions quite a while ago. But, if he had, had some kind of crypto bank account, this may have actually not happened. So I think this is one of those things that could actually push people to crypto. Very much legal, law-abiding citizens having their bank accounts closed for no apparent reason, just because of unusual activity, which the companies cannot actually clarify on. So the thing is, obviously, the bank doesn't really want to get into trouble, and there's huge penalties for actually not catching these things. So if there's any amount of suspicious activity or irregular behavior into an account that they can't easily explain, they have a lot of incentive just to close the account instead of actually talk to you. So he does represent, so basically that's what the bank actually said. Now, obviously, if there was some kind of crypto transfer mechanism, this actually wouldn't happen. So people could actually switch to either transferring money in crypto, maybe not even that though, but even just keeping their money tucked away in crypto. Now, the problem with that is you still need an on-ramp, off-ramp, because you need to actually pay for things. And I think this is one of the reasons that they're doing Operation Choke Point, to actually prevent this from happening. Because if you don't do Operation Choke Point, people can get around these things and actually just use crypto. But if you have Operation Choke Point, they can't transfer into USD and they can't really pay for things anyways. But stuff like this will actually make people look for other means of payments, other means of storing their money. And I think if they do this too often, realistically, what happens is that people will be pushed to new financial instruments like cryptocurrency. So banks, fiat, and that system are kind of shooting themselves in the foot. And the more they do this, I think the more people will look for a new system. So this is another reason why crypto is actually poised to grow. This actually affects a lot of people, especially I think immigrants from countries that are on the suspect list in the United States. And I think those countries are more likely to adopt crypto themselves. So I think slowly, eventually there's going to be goods and items that are actually denominated in Bitcoin as well as fiat. And when goods and items are starting to be denominated in Bitcoin, that really is when things actually start to change. It doesn't really matter, and the USD is not going to be threatened as the reserve currency as long as goods and services are not denominated in crypto. But I think if things like this continue to go on for years and years, it'll take years, decades for this to actually happen. Eventually, people will actually grow tired of it, and eventually, people will look for other ways to actually spend money, transfer money, and save money. And that's when we can see things started to be denominated in other things besides the USD. It'll take a very, very long time. Won't happen in the next 5-10 years, but it could slowly be working that way as crypto gains a foothold in the world. So that's the news for today. Let me know what you think. Like and subscribe, hit that bell notifications button. Thank you and have a nice day.